I'm RonaId Dump, and I do not approve this video.
RonaId Dump.
Oh, gotcha.
I got a little Ronnie. I love RonaId Dump.
Mm-hmm.
Because I am not a political person, generally as a rule. And I'm going to say this. I really am not.
Mm.
But, you know, I will honestly say this, and this is going to piss fucking people off, and tell me why it pisses you off. And I'll tell you why right now, why I don't give a shit. Because I believe that God is going to put all men into places of authority that need to be for his end. That's just what I believe.
Okay.
I'm a Christian. I believe in the Christian dogma or whatever you want to call it. So I kind of let that, so I don't vote. Because honestly, voting in this country is a fucking sham anyways, because you can vote for whoever the fuck you want, but the electoral college at any moment can step in and be like, yeah, fuck you guys. This is who we want.
Which we have seen happen.
And it's happened many times, actually.
I don't care what side of the aisle you're on.
Yeah.
We've seen it happen.
Yeah. And so that shit's bullshit right there.
Yeah.
Like straight right up. And so you get a guy like RonaId Dump, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Now, before he was a politician, what is his greatest accolades that this guy had? You know, like, how do we know him?
Running companies into the ground.
Running companies into the ground. What else?
The Apprentice.
The Apprentice. Yep. You're fired.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So he got a catchphrase.
Cameos on cop shows.
Cameos on cop shows. Dude, literally, I saw a fucking old movie, like The Art of the Deal. There was a part in that movie where he pays this valet to give him just any car because he's got the money to do it. And he fucking drives off and there's a little girl in the back banging on the back windshield.
And he buys her.
And he drives off with her when the mom's standing right there. And I was like,
they got passed off as misinformation of like a real act that happened in real life.
Maybe.
On social media that got passed off. I saw that.
Well, it might have. If you're gonna fucking joke about it,
it might have.
I don't know, like RonaId Dump.
It might have.
RonaId Dump is purely a fictional character of my own making.
Yeah, but if
there is no resemblance to RonaId Dump as to any other character living
real
or dead, or imagined,
living or dead. But
because this shit is too fucking funny and ridiculous to be real, right? That's what I'm gonna say.
Comment: surprised or unsurprised if corresponding to the creation of the character RonaId Dump was made up by the person drinking Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Sure. I think about it
Just comment below.
every morning when I wake up.
Surprised, unsurprised.
But I will say this, even though I am not endorsed by Pabst Blue Ribbon at this time.
Yeah.
Happy 180th birthday to Pabst Blue Ribbon. And I would love for you guys to give me one of those 180 cases for your 180th year.
Are you going to put it in like
It'd be
plexiglass?
fucking awesome. I will drink the whole thing right here.
What's going in the plexiglass?
All the urine that I piss out from fucking drinking all that many fucking Pabst Blue Ribbons.
I'll waterproof it.
Where'd the plexiglass come from all of a sudden?
Like a case, commemorative case. You can keep it on display.
I think it's just cardboard. But anyways, to get back to
if it's like the regular, like when you go to the store and buy a case and it's got like the Pabst Blue Ribbon logo on all sides of it and it's 180 and it's like that big of a case.
Yeah, it's huge.
Dude, send him 2. We'll put 1 in a case. You could even send him 1 with empty cans. It's fine, but something to display.
Sure.
It'd be a shame to just like.
See, nobody wants to talk to. They're uncomfortable. Nobody wants to bring up RonaId Dump's name. It makes our people very uncomfortable to have.
Nobody wants to bring up Brandon either. Like,
no.
Nobody wants to bring up any of them. They're all terrible and in their own ways.
So, anyways, seriously, we know him as a douchebag, right? Just as a reputation, he's a douchebag.
Mm-hmm. I don't want him as a representative.
No. So people are now like, I'm seeing all this shit.
It might be accurate.
He's literally been convicted of 32 something like that ridiculous amount of fucking felonies.
Yeah, just recently.
And so my thing, I think we should do this as a shirt now. It's got Trump, and he's all like rapping and shit, and it's like Biggie's there with him and Tupac, and like he's all hanging out with his homies.
I'm skeptical. Keep going.
You know what I mean? Because he's like, now he's badass. Now he's like, he's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. He's
a fucking thug life now.
Okay.
I think it would be going good for him. RonaId Dump. Good old Ronnie. But
this fictitious character was also convicted of felonies.
Many of them.
Purely coincidence.
Just many of them.
Yeah.
And we're still like, make America great again, because, you know, that's the image we want. You ever see fucking Idiocracy? Mm-hmm. So fucking Terry Crews plays the greatest president ever in the fucking world.
Yeah, Ralph Camacho.
Yeah, Ralph Camacho. Mm-hmm. Literally, that's where we're going with this. If we, you know, in the land of snooze, I guess you could say, if that's the king of the land of snooze. You know?
You don't get it? Snooze?
Yeah, because, I mean, you have to be sleeping in order to want somebody to...
Be unawake?
To lead you. You want that leading you in a battle? You're fired.
No.
You're fired.
Camacho.
You want him to lead you in a battle, too? Or is it's going to be the 7-Eleven?
I don't care.
To
He'll
get a
die
fucking
quick.
big gulp.
He'll die quick. But, you know, like, I still want that inspiration. Like, that's somebody who's going to get me fired up.
Not to mention all the perjury
He's gonna get me fired up.
when they told him to not make comments on social media about stuff that was going on in the trial. And he did.
Ralph Camacho?
Yeah, we'll call him that. We'll just call him Ralph Camacho from now on.
It works.
He's like Rambo. He's like Rambo, Commando, Predator, and fucking Alien all rolled into one.
Yeah.
With a little bit of Ernest.
Yeah, I mean, okay, sure. You're going hard on him now.
Well, I feel that the office of, you know, king of the land of snooze,
the arguably most powerful
should be
the world.
Kind of like, I mean, he definitely represents America.
Unfortunately, yes.
He fucking to a T, dude. It's like,
unfortunately,
that.
No,
absolutely, dude.
No,
to a T.
There's the whole left side.
Dude,
there's the whole left side
how
that
many,
he does not represent.
Dude, if the, like, seriously.
How many gay people are in his family?
It doesn't matter. They still, like, they love him for some reason. Everybody loves him. People will just, like, sacrifice their babies to RonaId Dump.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
More left side of the aisle. They too also support him.
And even down here, you got to be quiet when you're talking that shit. You don't want to say where you are when you're having that conversation.
Hey, why not?
People get upset.
That's fine.
They get upset when you, like, talk
You're
about
allowed to get
RonaId Dump.
upset. People are allowed to get upset.
They do, but they're like,
if you're
they all
upset,
of a sudden feel like you violated their First Amendment rights, and they want to, like, shoot you for that shit.
Everybody needs to.
And then you're like, wait a second, what about my fucking rights?
Yeah. Everybody needs to subscribe a little bit to Stoicism, I think.
Most people don't even know how to spell stoic.
It's S-T oic. I was trying to think of a very sarcastic way to spell it, but I couldn't come up. Sorry.
I'm not even going to try because I'll make a fool of myself.
I already did it for you, so it's fine.
Well, it is one of the oics, though. The oic of hardwood.
I've heard of them.
You know what I'm saying, though? Like, and so we want a leader that is going to totally be into fucking Twitter, into fucking Instagram, into...
Do we?
Dude, we do. We are people. The people. It's the people have spoken. That's who they want.
The people are kind of dumb, though.
Well, now, okay, going back, let's circle back. Now those dumb people are breeding.
The snoozers?
They're breeding.
For sure.
They're breeding. They're breeding a lot.
Yeah. The people who don't have the pulse on what's going on are the people who are breeding. The people who have the pulse on what's going on due to the propaganda and the doom and gloom that is going. Those are the people who are not procreating, you know? I think that the reality of it is that things are fine. As long as we ignore the shit that's being thrown in our faces, we're going to be all right.
Sure.
But it's a battle of ignoring the shit that's going on and knowing what's, like, actually happening, you know? Oh man, like this getting to like we're dangerously close to getting into some real political and like.
I think we already were like
already dangerously close. No, I mean, we've been pretty light on it, but like, I mean, like I'm dealing with like, I'm a person who I've never had any medical problems. I've been like textbook healthy person up until getting the COVID vaccine.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden,
well, I shouldn't say I've always been healthy, but the COVID vaccine definitely fucked me up.
all of a sudden, since the COVID vaccine, like I am too young to have a cardiologist. I have a fucking oncologist right now. You know what I mean? Like I am too young for that shit. And it's all of a sudden I've got all of these serious complications. And you can't tell me that it's coincidental. You can't tell me that's coincidental, especially when a lot of
it's all about being fucked.
Especially when all of the things that I'm dealing with, every single one of these things that I'm dealing with are allegations of complications due to the COVID vaccine. Every single one of them. Every story that I see is like this is happening to people right now, and I'm like, yeah. You want to see the paperwork? That's all right.
So there's another thing right there. So RonaId Dump says, "Hey guys, I'm getting a lot of heat in the press here. What do we got here? What do we got that like we can take the heat off of me here? Like, well, we got that COVID thing. Great, let's do the COVID thing."
Mm-hmm.
And then he tells people to drink bleach and.
Okay, I vaguely remember that.
And then, but the funny thing about that is that they look at the current
that
king.
wasn't out of context one though, right?
No, like the current king of America, or did I say Snoozeville, the land of snooze.
Yeah.
They make fun of him for being like kind of retarded a little bit. Sniffing kids and doing all that shit. Yeah. So, but it's okay when. So, you know what I'm saying? I just don't understand where we stand on all this. We used to throw tea off of fucking ships for this shit here. Honestly, we used to fucking throw. We honestly did that
for a 2% tax, and we're paying like what 20+% now.
We should start taking some of those. Let me see if I can do it the way he does. We should start taking some of those plowshares that aren't being used to fucking plant shit. Start making swords out of them. Because seriously, our fucking country is like falling on the fucking wayside. We are so. We're not educating our children anymore. We just got a bunch of stupid idiots roaming the streets with just their heads in their fucking phones all the time, watching stupid fucking videos just like this one.
There's a lot of good kids.
No, there's not.
There's not a lot of good kids, dude. There's not a lot of good kids.
There's a lot of good kids. That's fucking. Who told you that?
Just life. Just knowing.
You see, where are all these good kids?
Yeah. Where?
Yeah, where are they?
What do you mean, like? Physically right now?
Show me like a 25.
I don't know where they are right now.
Show me a 25-something who even knows like what a rotary phone is.
Why? That doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does.
No.
Sure it does.
It doesn't.
Sure it does.
It absolutely doesn't.
Absolutely.
No.
Fucking for sure. Dude, everything is disposable nowadays.
Why does it matter knowing what a rotary phone is?
Okay. You know why it matters?
Why is that?
Because we used to hold on to information longer.
How much information did a rotary phone hold on to?
When things were in popular culture, they stuck around for a long time. So technically, somebody like
everything
even your age,
a lot faster.
Even your age, you still growing up during the 90s, right?
Yeah.
That's when you came of age, is in the 90s, right? You were still being handed down a little bit of what had come many generations before you.
Yeah.
So you were exposed to like older music, like not just 80s shit, but like 70s,
right,
50s. You were like, it was known to you. And if you hear these songs played, you can recognize them and things like that. Kids nowadays, they have no fucking clue, dude. They literally have no clue from one decade to the next. They're within a year that passes. They're like, oh, if it's not this year, I don't even know what the fuck it is.
Sure.
And it's like,
sure,
you're like...
There was the same people. There was the same people when you grew up. There was the same people when I grew up.
No, but...
The majority of those
I'm
people
saying
who weren't listening to those older things that were from decades before. And you're talking about...
I don't find that to be true because everyone I knew, literally everyone I knew was... You could listen... Even fucking metalheads that were listening to fucking glam rock still were listening to Beethoven and Bach and could appreciate like classical music and the blues and whatever, and early rock and roll. No one was like stodgy saying, oh no, this, you know what I mean? Like, so you had all these experiences. Even you get like a metal band.
You're just exposed to different people than I am, man. Like that's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. I don't think maybe either of us have a good understanding of what the youth today is about. I think you have a sample size. You have a sample size that is one way, and I have a sample size that's a completely different way. And
I just try to talk to them. They have nothing. They don't know.
Sure,
anything.
but that's.
So I remember what it was like when I had my first beer. No, I do understand that. Like, listen, I know I am an old fucking grandpa sitting on the fucking front porch going, "I'll kill you! You don't let your ball go in my yard."
That's not even what it is, though. That's not even what it is.
But I just find like things that should have been passed down, like, aren't being passed down to kids because there's just way too much. Like in the way information is being passed is so much quicker. It is. It's like so they quicker. They can't retain any of it. And a lot of times they're letting their phones and things like this do the thinking for them, because now they don't have to retain information because at the touch of their fingers, it's all there. So if you want to know something, you don't have to rely on your own brain to like recall the information. You could just like look it up, but they look at everything like that. And I'll talk to some kids. I'm like, they believe every fucking comment or just like a fake history thing that like somebody's doing, like just whatever.
It's not different.
And they're like, but then at the same,
no,
I don't know. It is different, dude. It is different.
It's not. Remember the rumor that we spread about Marilyn Manson sucking his own dick?
Did we spread that rumor?
Yes.
We did?
Without social media.
I thought that was Charles Manson.
But he might have too. But no, that wasn't the rumor.
Oh.
But we accomplished that without social media. And you know,
yeah, but how long did that hang around for?
Until today. I guarantee you there are still people today who think
but it's because back then information so what is it? Mark Twain said a lie gets halfway around the world before the truth gets his boots on. And it's like that with information. Like false information just goes flying.
And now it's happening faster.
So never faster ever.
Now it's by the time the truth has got its boots on and put their hand on the front doorknob. Nobody gives a shit about that subject anymore.
Well, yeah, because the lie just is already the truth. And
we're moving on.
The next lie.
Next thing. Yeah,
next lies.
You're right, but like people, there are always going to be people who are analytical, you know, and are going to understand, okay, this is a lie that's being told to me. Like it's going, like, I don't know. I just think that your outlook is a little too bleak.
Well, I earned that bleak outline.
It's too bleak.
Mark Twain also said this. He goes, "There's nothing worse than an old optimist. That is, of course, a young pessimist." I think that's what he said. I think it was the other way around. But you get the understanding.
Yeah.
So, you know, I earned my fucking pessimism. So I gained knowledge.
Dial it back.
I did the scientific method, motherfucker. I did the scientific method. I did all the fucking shit, and the conclusion is, people fucking suck, dude. It's like they're not.
Oh, now we're going to George Carlin.
We fucking suck.
We were talking about I love talking to a person and seeing them talk about something they're passionate about and like the universe light up in their eyes. But people are fucking stupid. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. But still, like there are a lot of really good people out there, youth
Well, then we're not addressing those people.
I don't.
They're not an underdog. Well, maybe they are an underdog. Like good, like smart people, I think are a little bit.
They've
of an
always
underdog.
been the underdog. They've always been the underdog.
Yeah, stupid people.
But I don't think that percentage has changed.
I don't think that they rule the world.
I think it's just a different kind of stupid that's in our face every day.
We love you. Please like and subscribe.
We are overwhelmed with the support that we've been getting, and clutching my pearls here. But like,
I'm just doing kegels.
Show us. No?
I am doing it.
All right. Like we said, everybody's welcome to this table. We love talking to people individually, not en masse because they're en masse stupid. But individual people are wonderful, and you're all welcome at this table. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It costs you nothing. It's free. It's just a click. Comment, share, do whatever you feel good with. And until then, stay fresh, cheese bags.
Wow, you really did that.
That's gonna be
horrible.
gonna be a thing.